I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Some of you did not have the luxury of air conditioning while you went about your business today. Like these guys who've been doing sewer line work along Sterling Street in the city of Middletown. They and others who work outdoors were forced to deal with sweltering heat and high humidity, bringing temperatures well into the high 90s and heat indexes well beyond 100 degrees. Mark Nisley of Bentmar Enterprises had the job of hauling out stone and dirt from the work site. Unlike the others, he got to spend much of his time inside his air-conditioned truck.
Today's a good day to be a truck driver if your air conditioning works, but you still got to get out a lot of times and help out and do different things, so you're still out in the elements no matter what. I did snow removal for 20 years with the local municipality, and I've had enough of the snow, so yeah, you don't have to shovel the heat.
The National Weather Service has issued a heat advisory through Thursday evening in the Hudson Valley and Catskills. And Middletown is one of the places where cooling centers have opened up. Theirs is at the Senior Center on West Main Street. It'll be open from 10 to 4 through Friday. In the city of Newburgh, a cooling center has been set up at the Activity Center on Washington Street Wednesday and Thursday until 10 p.m. In Sullivan County, investigators think an electrical short may have triggered a fire that destroyed a two-family bungalow in Kiamesha outside the village of Monticello. The blaze erupted at around 9:30 last night inside the residence at Continental Cottages on Fraser Road. The bungalow was unoccupied and there were no reports of any injuries. This morning, a fireman returned to the scene to extinguish hot spots in the rubble. On arrival, responding firefighters had discovered flames shooting through the roof of the structure. About 75 firemen from 6 local companies were called to the scene and were there for roughly 4 hours. At the height of the blaze, the intense heat melted the siding off a nearby bungalow. Prospective buyers hoping to scoop up bargains could be found in the Paul Gary Fieldhouse on the campus of SUNY Sullivan today, as they were to bid on any of the nearly 400 tax delinquent properties up for sale during Sullivan County's annual property tax auction, with the goal to recoup back taxes. Among the offerings on the auction block that the county was attempting to unload, 15 units from the fire-ravaged Grandview Palace condominium complex down Route 52 in Loch Sheldrake, and the Munson Diner in Liberty. Reporter Victor Whitman will have a full report on the buying and selling here at Record Online and in tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. These folks who attended a recent Orange County job fair apparently had plenty of company when it came to collecting unemployment benefits in May. The State Labor Department reports that jobless rates in Orange, Ulster, and Sullivan counties rose in May to the highest level seen in any May for at least 22 years. The unemployment rate rose a full percentage point from last May to this May in Sullivan and Ulster County, and 0.8% in Orange, where the jobless rate is now 8.3%, translating to 14,500 people. The rate was 8.8% in Ulster, 9.7% in Sullivan. Are the higher jobless figures the start of a trend or just a temporary blip on the road to economic recovery? It's an issue that will be addressed in an upcoming edition of the Times-Herald Record. It was good news for administrators in the Highland and New Paltz school districts, where voters approved budgets during second rounds of voting Tuesday. With heavy voter turnout, it was a close call in Highland, where the district, by only a 9-vote margin, got the 60% supermajority it needed to gain approval for its $36 million budget. In New Paltz, a revised $50 million school budget sailed through by a margin of nearly 1,500 votes. And it's on to London and the 2012 Paralympic Games for New Windsor native Donna Ponessa, who's captured one of the 4 spots on the U.S. Para-Dressage equestrian team for the Paralympics that begin August 29th. Ponessa qualified during selection trials and at the National Para-Equestrian Championship, where she came home with grand champion honors in her competition division. Ponessa, who is paralyzed from the chest down, has been living with multiple sclerosis since 1982 and breathes with a ventilator. She trains while holding down a full-time job at the Westchester Putnam Independent Living Center. Ponessa and her supporters are still seeking financial donations from businesses and individuals in order to make her dream of Olympic competition a reality. You can get more information at www.donnasdestiny.com, and you can also visit Donna Ponessa on Facebook. We'll have to get through one more day of scorching heat before we'll see any real relief. Thursday will be mostly sunny and brutally hot again, with temperatures reaching the upper 90s. A bit of a break is expected on Friday, with temperatures topping out in the upper 80s, and it'll be partly sunny Friday with a chance of late-day thunderstorms. For breaking news and weather information, keep clicking right back here at Record Online and to get a comprehensive look at all that's happening in tomorrow's edition of the Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.